Good morning, thank you for joining me. This is Lead Bullets for Life. Today I have another unboxing video. This is a Dillon 550B tool head. And what I'm going to do is use this to remove the Lee progressive 9mm dies, place it onto the Dillon tool head, and use my Dillon 550B to load 9mm. Okay, so let's get started with the unboxing. I've been searching for one of these for quite a while. Be careful not to cut yourself. Razor blades are sharp. And here's the purchase in question. Okay, this will go right into my Dillon 550. So what I'm going to do is, since I load a lot of 9mm, start using the Dillon 550B and make 9mm fast this way. So we'll go ahead and disassemble the dies that are up here now. Oh, I'm sorry, the dies that are up here now, and remove this die set here and replace it with the dies for the 9mm. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is remove these dies here from this Lee Progressive 1000 press. And we're going to insert these dies into this tool head, and we'll start using the Dillon 550B for loading 9mm. Okay, let's get started to disassemble this turret piece here. Okay, we'll get our little channel locks here and release the pressure off the bolts carefully, not to hurt yourself or to mar the dies. This will be exciting because I've always wanted to I load a lot of 9mm, and I'll be using the 9mm a lot. Right now it's set up for 38-357, and I load that up with for my snub nose. I have a Rossi 357 Magnum. It's a 2-inch barrel, and very accurate at 25 yards, and it's in one of my videos as well. This one we'll leave on. This is for the Dillon press. Okay. Okay, along with disassembling the dies, I'm going to have to disassemble the powder hopper, and I'm going to have to replace the 357 shell foot with the 9mm shell foot plate, which is in here. Okay, and this is also the expanding ball and powder drop funnel, and it goes into here to the drop tube. Okay, we'll start disassembling that now. Okay, disassemble the powder flask. And I'll be replacing this with the 9mm expander die and the powder funnel chute. Okay, like so. Little parts, just like that. And then go ahead and remove your die. Okay. Switch it over. Okay, going to remove the 357 Magnum expander ball. We're going to replace it with the 9mm. Just going to finger tight them for now, and then make our final adjustments once we set everything in. Okay, that goes in here. Put our bracket back on. A little tricky. There's a little notch that fits into this square notch here, so it only goes in one way. Okay, so right now we're just going to finger tighten everything together. Again, once we make our final adjustments, this is the way we don't lose the screws. The last thing you want to do is lose screws, chase them around, take your whole garage apart just looking for screws, because not many of us have spare screws to keep replacing once we drop them. Okay, so we're going to start tightening down our. Now these lead dies are pretty versatile. It's recommended that you use the RCBS dies for these. They fit a little bit more better. They're designed for them. Alright. Okay, so we got our seating die. Actually, this goes wrong. Okay, so now we're going to remove the shell plate. Carefully. Okay, let's go ahead and replace that shell plate with a 9mm. And now once you remove the plate, go ahead and inspect it for dirt. Clean it up a little bit. Be careful with the ball bearing in there. Make sure your bases are secure. Yep. Okay, look good. Okay, start tightening it down. Now once it gets tightened down, it's not supposed to be really tight. It's supposed to be just it's supposed to be fluid and smooth. When you turn the ratchet here, like that. Okay, not supposed to be too tight. Something like that. Okay, looks pretty good. Alright, let's go to the next step. Okay, so right now I put the shell plate on. Spins pretty good freely, back and forth. Now, here's what happens when you tighten it down too much. Tighter, and it sticks right there. So, yeah, they're not designed to be tightened down, just enough like that. There you go. Okay, and it works perfectly. Once you get the shell plate off, put a little hops number 9 inside the plate, clean it up a little bit, clean the bearing up, because it's been used a lot of years. A lot of dust buildup, grease, things like that, foreign debris from gunpowder, etc. Okay, let's go ahead and add the loading tool. And then it's going to be like so. There you go, like that. Being careful not to damage it. Now, these are a little tricky to adjust. You pretty much have to get an empty shell once you load it, once you get it secured, and then run it up, run the die up, or run the shell up to the die to see if it'll expand, and throw some charge in there. Okay, so we'll do that in about a minute. Okay, right now we have our powder dispenser assembly, our dies, our crimping die, seating die, all set in, and we have a test round here. If I can find it, must have fell down somewhere. But anyways, As you can see, everything looks good. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and put a dummy round in here. So here's the shell goes inside. See? There goes the spent primer. Go to the next, seat the primer. Next stage. And what this does here, puts the bell on the case so that the bullet will go fit in perfectly, and that's excellent. So, well, the next stage, and we're going to seat the bullet. Okay, this isn't loaded, by the way. It's all just like a, you know, a dummy round. All right. Sorry about that. All right, let's see what it does. Okay, so it seats the bullet in there. Let's go ahead and take a measurement. I wanted them around 113, 114. Or 1. Alright, let's try it again. Yeah, 1135 is perfect. Alright, from here it goes to our crimping die and the final product. Beautiful. Okay, so all we have to do now is make powder measurement, adjust the powder, and get the correct measurements in, and start loading ammunition. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, let's go ahead and load up our powder. We're going to be using Alliant Red Dot. I swear by this powder for cast bullets for any caliber. Pistol calibers, I even use it for rifle calibers. Very versatile. It meters well. It shoots with less stringing because it fills the cases up pretty good without any airspace, which means you get consistent shot per shot consistency. Okay, that should do right there. Okay, right now I'm lining up the bake pan, and I'll be putting some homemade lubricant. Now this lubricant is made with a 50% candle, about 40%, well, about 30% petroleum jelly, and about 10 to 20% of transmission fluid. Now, what the transmission fluid does, it adds softness to the lubricant, and it actually holds in the grooves very well. So let me get set up here. I'll start loading up some bullets here into the tray. And once we're completed that, we're going to put everything in here. And right now I got the lubricant cooking. It's pretty much melted down now. We put it on low here for now. Okay. So we're going to continue on loading these bullets up one at a time. Okay, we're going to get back to you, and then we'll start with the lubrication process. Okay, we just poured the lube into the pans. There's 100 right here, and I have another pan here I just poured. That's a total of 200. We'll let them sit for about a couple hours, and we'll go ahead and I'll show you how to take them out. Okay, we got the desired weight we want, 3.9 grains of red dot, right on the money. Okay, so now we can prepare to load. Put our primers in, and we got our charge set, and we're just about ready to take off on making about 200 rounds of 9mm cast lead bullets. Okay, so while we're waiting for our lubricant to cool, we're going to head and start loading up our primers. So we'll get this all ready, and our primer's going to go right in here. I don't have a automatic primer feed. I have to load these by hand. So about 2 at a time, just like so. And once they get filled, I'll cap off the top. the knob here. It's an old knob here. And then by that time we should have our lubricant harden on the bullets itself and get them ready to take out of the lube and ready for loading. Okay, we got our last 2 primers, and that'll make 100. And here we go, 100. Alright, let's go and cap it off. That nice and tight. Alright, so we got our primers in, and we got our powder, and the charge is already weighed. So now let's go and take a look at our bullets and see how they're doing. Okay, as you can see, then the bullets are doing nicely. They're hardening up pretty good. We'll let them sit for another hour, get them a little bit more firmer, and this way they'll be easy to punch out and have the lube stay in the grooves. Okay, see you in about an hour. Okay, so I think it's time now to take out the bullets out of the lube. So we put our little containers back on, and you can do one of 2 ways. You can do it like this, okay, and put it back in like so. And then you take some kind of a dowel, but in our case we'll use a screwdriver. Works just as good. So the idea is to push quick, briskly. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what this does, it pushes the bullets back into the boxes again. And as it's being pushed down, the lube groove is grabbing the lubricant. So a brisk push, and gets you on your way here. Easy, very cheap, no sizing required, especially when you're using RCBS